in the great mountains of Oingluan Peak. He cuts a lot of wood today, and the windows told him exactly how much wood he cut, which was nearly 4 million wood. That's enough for today. To answer your question about who he is, it's actually a pretty sad story to tell you about it. He was a basketball superstar back on Earth. He was talented and handsome, and life wasn't bad at all that time. But because he refuses to listen to his agency, they kick him out. And because of that, he developed a bad drinking habit and ended up dying because of the depression that was killing him. After that, he was reborn in King Hong Academy and ended up becoming a teacher of the Runic Seal department. He admits that at first, when he got reborn and found out about the system, he thought to himself that he will be strong and rich very quickly and live like a king in this world. But what he didn't expect, however, was that the system only told him to cut wood. He already became the saint of chopping wood, but he still hasn't broken through the open light stage. One of the students came to him, and he had some important message from the headmaster. The examination has started, so he must go to the front yard and select his disciples. He wonders who will even want to be with him with his current cultivation level. He wonders how much the dragon has grown. He is hungry and wants to eat something. At the enrollment plaza, a lot of people were waiting in line to become disciples of the swordsman Jiang Himing. On the other hand, and as they expected, no one wants to be a student under Bao Luochen. He didn't even bother to show up. Jiang Himing became angry because of that. This has been going on for 10 years now. This must stop. He asks the master to take Bao Luochen's position from him and exile him from the Oingluan Peak. The headmaster, who's named Li Guangqi, told them to not forget what he did to this academy. He lost all his cultivation and spent 10 years in the revolving light stage in order to protect the academy. They will never forget what he did to them, but at his current situation, he isn't suitable for teaching disciples right now. And while they are talking about the best way to kick him out without being rude to him, he shows up and actually agrees with them. They were mocking him for hurting himself in order to catch this small snake. And among those people who were making fun of him, there was one person who didn't laugh at all. She knew it. That snake was actually becoming a dragon. Jiang Himing told him that he can give him this 5-element pill of cultivation, but under one condition. He must get at least one disciple under him. And if he doesn't, he needs to quit from his position forever. Bao Luochen will not even bother to do anything, so he decides to just go home. But Jiang Himing immediately complained to the master about him. This man will never get any students, so we might also just dismiss him. The master asked for his opinion. Bao Luochen didn't really care that much at all. He doesn't have a student anyway, so whatever. The master then made his announcement. Bao Luochen will now be dismissed from the academy. But before he finished his word, someone shouted at them to stop. She is willing to be a student under Bao Luochen's arm and learn the runic seal arts. The entire academy was in complete shock. They all try to convince her to not be his student. He will just treat her like a maid. Even Jiang Himing tries to get her to join him. He will even give her the highest position that he has. She doesn't want anyone except him. She already made up her mind. Jiang Himing was furious, but because he is a freaking narcissist, he thought that Bao Luochen is trying to set him up with her so he can take him over. He will not fall for his plan. He is not an idiot to fail in his trap. Jiang Himing goes to the master and asks him to let her be Bao Luochen's student. He doesn't want her anyway. Bao Luochen asks her why she insists on being his student. He isn't that strong anyway. She did not tell him the reason. But she is actually a reincarnation of an immortal. In her last life, her cultivation wasn't successful, so she reincarnated with her memory. She wants to choose the sword art department so she can steal their cultivation resources. But she didn't expect to find a genuine master here. She accidentally noticed him because of the snake. That snake was actually about to become a dragon. Even if she herself was an immortal in her past life, she wouldn't be able to stand against a snake that is about to become a dragon. How did he manage to win against this legendary creature? There were no objections, so from now on she will become Bao Luochen's disciple. This wasn't what Bao Luochen wanted, but it's too late for that. The examination had finally finished. Bao Luochen asked her for her name. Her name is Su Liu. He will do his best to teach her, but in the end, it all depends on her willing to learn and study. After they returned to his place, she was wondering why this high-level master lives in this crappy place. Bao Luochen told her there are only 3 rules in this place. First, she must teach herself. Second, she is free to go wherever she wants to go. And lastly, since there were no students in his department in the last 10 years, the academy didn't give them any resources. But still he will give her the same education as the other student. He gives her 2 books. One of them is about theories and results, and the other is just an introduction to the runic seal arts. The place that she will be staying in is like crap. An old-looking dusty house. Bao Luochen starts cooking the snake. He was just so precise. Someone will even say, he is Gordon Ramsay of the cultivation. The smell reached her in the room. It was absolutely delicious. She wondered what he was cooking. But when she saw him barbecuing the snake, she was shocked. The snake body can be used to make a legendary item. This item will be a legacy and can pass through generations. And he just eats it like it's nothing. She couldn't hold it any longer and decided to go to him. She asks him if she can have just a small bite. His answer was absolutely no. She was about to cry, but she really couldn't eat it. She became upset, but he told her to stop. He will give her a small piece from it, but she is only allowed to just lick it. She must trust him in this. When she licks it, she will know why he refuses to give her a bite. Okay then, she will try it. And the moment her tongue touches the stick, the spiritual energy starts flowing all over her body. This is too much for her. She has already reached her maximum spirit energy. In her current realm, if she takes just a small bite, she would explode to death. She thanked him for literally saving her life. He told her that she is only allowed to lick it once every day. At night, 2 of the other department students were about to steal their resources. The last time, the student who tried to steal them got caught and beaten very badly. But this time they come prepared. They have the senior brother's 1,000 days of drunkenness. A whiff of this and they'll faint straight away. They need to be quiet. Bao Luochen was giving his horse some grass to eat. He is taking care of him. And right after he goes, it's their time to steal his precious horse. While Su Liu is in her room, studying the book whose Bao Luochen gave her, she heard some noise outside, and when she went out to see what's going on, the thief was trying to steal Bao Luochen's horse, but she quickly confronts them about it. But they didn't listen to her and ask her to go inside so nothing bad could happen to her. And when she refuses to bend to them, one of them starts charging at her. He will teach her a lesson. But she kicked him in the face, making him fly and then hit the ground. He will use his cultivation to try again and fight her. But she still managed to kick him in his face again. And before his friend gets involved with her, Bao Luochen heard the noise, got up from his bed, and activated a shield around his area. It's a soundproof room. That means her master has no plan in letting them go. They are in huge trouble. After they get beaten up by her, they went to their master who's named Xiansheng from the beast taming department. He gave them some pills to treat their injury. But he will never let this one slide. How dare she beat up his student? He was about to go to him and take his revenge. But the thing is, they are the ones who are trying to steal their department in the first place. Xiansheng will not forgive him no matter what. But in order for them to not get punished too, they need to twist the story to be on their side. They will simply say that Su Liu beat up their student without any reason, and then make him choose between his horse or his student. What a bunch of geniuses. In the morning, and after Bao Luochen wakes up, Su Liu didn't sleep very well. He asks her if she read the book he gave her last day. She was nervous and didn't actually know what to say to him. She spent all day long trying to understand the book, but she ended up just understanding only half a page. Keep in mind that, to understand that kind of book, you need to use your spirit energy. But she already spent it all in only this half page. She felt sad. Her master gave her this precious book, but she only understood half a page. She told him about it. This genuinely shocked him. Did she really read and understand a half page just last night? She feels so bad for doing that, but he isn't really angry about her. In fact, he is impressed by her. He expects that she will understand 1 line or 2 at best. But instead she understands half a page. This is surprising. And for that, he gave her a token. This token allows her to move in the library to the top, where the secret technique of the other arts are. But she already knows all these techniques from her past life. All she wants now is to read what her master gave her. She will surpass her past life doing so. But suddenly they were called out for what she did last night. She told him that some troublemaker student came here last night, and she gave them a lesson. But she might be harsh about it when she beats them. There is no worry, he will deal with this. He will protect her. Thousands of students and soldiers were waiting for him outside. And when he came out, 2 from Law Enforcement Hall told him that his department had broken their rule. They want to take Su Liu, because she is the one who beat up the 2 students. Bao Luochen will not let them take her. But they already have the proof, so she must come with them or else. Before anything, how did they deal with the beast taming department about what they did last night? Xiansheng told them that. Both of them lost their mind and started walking around other departments, and accidentally ended up in his place, although they didn't have any bad intentions, but he still punished them. That's the case then, so Su Liu also gets mad at them accidentally, and he will also punish her for that. Xiansheng told him that he can't just go like that. But what can they do to stop him from that? Obviously Xiansheng was afraid to deal with him, so he screamed at the law enforcement soldier and asked them to listen to what this scumbag was saying to him. He doesn't have any consideration for the academy rule. He asks them to bring justice for him. They land to the ground. Things will become complicated if he didn't do what they told him. If that is the case, he can remove them from Earth in just a second. Both of them start charging at him. Bao Luochen told Su Liu to try what she learned last night, and if things get out of hand, he will interfere. This fight will be interesting. Both of them tried their best to hit her, but she was smooth like water and slipped right through them. They are too slow for her. No matter what they tried, they couldn't manage to hit her even once. This is just impressive. But it was more impressive that she was not only fighting them, but also writing spells while doing so. She is making fun of them. They will get serious now. This is it. There is no escape from this now. But little did they know, she actually finished the spell. She will give them a lesson that will never be forgotten again. Both of them released their attack at the same time. They were thinking they would win the fight. But no, she is absolutely fine. It's her turn now. She uses her thunder ability and smokes both of them. They shouted at Xiangsheng to come and fight with them. He is the one who brought them here in the first place. And before he does anything, Su Liu attacks him and stops him from doing anything. They told Bao Luochen that he will regret doing such a thing to them. He responded to them and told them that they are the ones who will be regretting coming here in the first place. He used only one finger and told them to bend. And suddenly every person was bending their knees. How he has this much spirit power, this is unbelievable. He was disabled, but it seems that he has already recovered from it. They were in real trouble, but thankfully the master called them, so Bao Luochen let them leave because of that. But for this crap dodo head, he will stay in his place until one of his big brothers comes and gets him. In the castle of the Beast Tame Department, the law enforcement reported what happened back then to the vice instructor of the Beast Taming Department, Cheng Kun. He will go and deal with it personally. He told one of his students named Yin Hai to come with him to bring his idiot brother back. In the morning, Bao Luochen was wondering why they still hadn't come to take that piece of garbage till now. He went to see how Su Liu was doing. She was practicing her spell skill. Bao Luochen decided to test her, so he threw some wood at her. But she stops it like it's nothing, while still writing her spell. That was impressive. He told her that he is going outside for some time, and if this Beast Tame Department people shows up, she can use this spell. He will come back by tomorrow. The Abyss of Kangwu is the residence of the Yunhuang demon race. The deeper into it, the higher the demon race's realm will be. In the deepest parts of all the place, there are the 12 ancestral demons that even the people in the Mahayana stage avoid. The reason why he is here is to find something to help Su Liu in her cultivation. But to find something like that, it will take a lot of time for him. Suddenly he notices a woman running in fear. What is she doing in this place? She was being attacked by someone. Bao Luochen didn't really want to be involved with her. But still, he can't just let a girl be attacked in front of his eyes like that. They finally catch her. She needs to stop running around like that and start playing with him. He heard that the 4 arts departments are just the female pet of the academy. So, she must be a good girl and do nothing stupid. He will consider letting her go if she serves him well. If you want part 3, destroy the like button and subscribe for more.